Oh my god, Becky, look at her butt. It is so big. She looks like one of those rap guys' girlfriends.
What is going on, everybody? Xaenca here, back once again with another video just for you. And in this edition of Marvel is the Gift That Keeps On Giving, we're going to be talking about America Chavez. Now, during the recent week of Marvel's SJW Overload, we talked about New Warriors and Children of the Atom, but there was a third story that I didn't cover, and that was the reboot of America Chavez. And that's because the other two stories were just overwhelming with Marvel wokeness that if we added a third to the mix, our collective dicks might just explode from social justice overdose. But now that we've had some time for the toxicity to leave our system, we can talk about it. Now, America Chavez originally appeared in the limited series Vengeance back in 2011, and later became a part of the Young Avengers. Back in March 2017, she got her first solo run written by Gabby Rivera. Now, if the name of this LGBTQ novelist sounds familiar, it's because I talked about her in a recent video. The one who specifically tweeted out, "Anyone else feel triggered as fuck at the mere sight or presence of white dudes, solo but especially in groups? The panic and threat level is too real." And I know what you're thinking, she sounds like a wonderful person, not racist at all. But other than the fact that America Chavez was part of Marvel's diversity propaganda machine, America Chavez is Marvel's lesbian Latina superhero, I didn't really delve too deep into America Chavez's comic book run, but Billy D from One Angry Gamer explains it pretty hilariously. For those of you who don't know, America Chavez was born from two lesbians and grew up to be a Hispanic lesbian from another dimension. Yes, her story is basically the fan fiction of a mentally ill Tumblrina who thinks that two men can give birth to a child or that women can get pregnant without insemination. The entire series was basically the kind of woke nonsense you would come to expect from an SJW comic book. There was the constant anti-white slatherings on top of constant reminders that Chavez was a whorish lesbian with no principles. The perfect liberal. Oh my god, that sounds amazing! Surely SJWs came out in droves to buy this comic book, right? Nope, released March 2017, cancelled April 2018 due to poor sales throughout the year. Because pandering to SJWs in your product does not mean that they're going to support your product, it just means they're going to talk about your product on Twitter as some kind of victory. But as I said in the beginning, along with New Warriors and Children of the Atom, this was their third announcement. The reboot of such wonderful SJW garbage. This time under Kalinda Vasquez instead of Gabby Rivera. I mean, now that that moron's out of the way, maybe it might be a little better? In an interview with comicbook.com, Vasquez says, "From the moment America Chavez was introduced into the Marvel Universe, I was a fan. It's such an honor to have the opportunity to tell an America story, and I couldn't be more excited to have been invited onto this project." I guess it's a question of whether she was a fan of the Young Avengers version or the Gabby Rivera version. The latter, of course, would be a red flag. Working with Sana Amanat, well, second red flag being that she's a racist piece of shit, but Annalise, Bisa, and the rest of the editorial team at Marvel has been so fantastic, and I can't wait for the world to see the incredible artwork that Carlos Gomez has created for this book. And it's funny that she mentions that because it's a perfect segue into this article by Bounding Into Comics. Carlos Gomez reveals his final America Chavez design, air quote, "fans deem it over-sexualized." With the destruction of the comic book industry on the horizon, Marvel Comics has decided to face the apocalypse with three defiant declarations of boldness, bravery, and vision. The relaunch of the New Warriors, Children of the Atom, and a new America Chavez series. So stunning and brave. Come on, Brett Favre, show them how stunning and brave they are. While the New Warriors and Children of the Atom seem to be cut from the same unsellable cloth, the America Chavez Made in the USA book looked like it might have some life. From a design aspect, that is. Carlos Gomez recently debuted his final design on Instagram. America Chavez Made in the USA final outfit design after the editing process. I went the fun route with this turnaround, not necessarily representing the tone of the series. And I think the design is fine. It looks like she works out. She's got the red, white, and blue thing going on, you know, the whole America thing. It works. But you know what doesn't apparently? This right here.
Oh my god, Becky, look at her butt. It is so big. She looks like one of those rap guys' girlfriends.
How dare you, sir, portray her to have a fine booty?
How dare you?
Fine asses cannot exist in this inclusive 2020, goddammit. If it's not fatty and full of cellulite, if it doesn't look like cabbage, if it doesn't look like rolled up diapers, it cannot exist. Hashtag cancel fine asses 2020. Okay, so Carlos posted his final Mac design for her upcoming solo and yeah. It's just staring right at you, man. And most people say stare all you want. I'll say I like that she looks a little softer compared to the first draft, but I think I prefer the old jacket better, even if it's busier. It's a little more distinct compared to the more recent ones. But whatever the result, it's just hard to get over how over-sexualized this is. He does say that this art doesn't reflect the tone of the series, and I really hope we're not getting anything close to this on panel. It's just inexcusable. I completely agree. This right here, acceptable. This, unacceptable. If my heroes don't look like they go to Krispy Kreme 3 times a day, I am not buying it. When he was announced as the artist, this was my big fear, not gonna lie. America herself looks good, and she looks as strong and thick as she should. She also looks like a piece of meat. It might be a lot better in the book itself, but right now, it's a red flag. Your stupidity is a red flag. This is conspiracy theory-y. Okay, but I wonder if Marvel chose this artist and this style specifically because it would appease comic gators. America Chavez is cool now. She's not like those silly SJW characters with their covered bodies and respect for women. You can read it too. Yeah, cause nothing screams respect for women by telling them what they can and cannot wear. God forbid they go anywhere nowadays and see women in yoga pants. They'd probably lose their fucking minds. I find it fascinating because radical leftists talk a big game about how much they hate the patriarchy, but they're very quick to adapt patriarchal Middle Eastern ideologies. Cover it up, damn it. You can't dress the way you want. What the fuck do you think this is? Here's the thing, it's important to represent all types of bodies. Human bodies are beautiful and nice to look at, and there's nothing wrong with drawing something appealing. The issue is context. Don't reduce women to fuck toys in your art when you should be telling a story. You hear that, female bodybuilders? You are all fuck toys according to this person, because you know a lot of them actually pose this way in their photos. Also, Instagram models, any kind of model for that matter, including plus size models, you're all just fuck toys because you pose that way. The hilarious thing about this is that it stems from this person's issue with America Chavez having a booty. They're taking issue with a Latina having a booty. And if they're saying specifically it's because America Chavez is showing it off, then god damn they must hate J-Lo. They must have smashed their goddamn TV watching the Super Bowl halftime show. What about Vida Guerra? No, get it out of my face. Latina booty super offensive. God damn it, Yanet Garcia, I just want to see the weather. Your curves are inexcusable. What are you doing? I like it how they framed it as an issue of context. If it was any kind of attractive female character, they find issue with it. They don't want their female superheroes to be attractive at all. They want them to be self-inserts. They want them to look like overweight, middle-aged women for some reason to represent them. Why doesn't the hero look like me? It's so fucking stupid because in my opinion, superheroes are supposed to be what we would want to be, not what we are. They're supposed to be, by all definitions, super. Incredibly fit, going out there and fighting crime. Their actions alone are a constant workout, so why would they not be in shape? Similar to how the Flash has to consume thousands of calories in order to just maintain.
I've done a few calculations. You need to consume an amount equal to roughly 850 tacos.
I have to consume about 10,000 calories a day.
It's safe to assume that other heroes burn a ton of calories as well doing the things that they do, especially if they have abilities. Not if they're just a fat ass with a backpack, of course, that's fine. Superheroes are supposed to inspire you to be better, to better yourself. I remember when we were kids, my brother started working out because he read Superman comics. Now, if Superman was a beast, that would have just inspired him to eat more donuts. I don't know what the fuck would have happened. My brother might just be fat and diabetic now instead of in incredible shape. You want to see what comics would be like if these fucking whack jobs got their way? These reimagined comic book covers show what superheroes would look like with more realistic body types. Here we have the Chubbs version of Wonder Woman, because you know, it's not like she's a literal goddess, sculpted from clay. In this version, the lasso of truth just breaks as it tries to support her weight when she uses it to traverse. What about middle-aged Batman? Drinks a case of beer a day, but a sixer will do if you don't have one. In this version, Poison Ivy just looks like she's constipated. We all love Black Widow, right? What about now? Fat as fuck, because it's not like she's running around everywhere doing martial arts all the time. Uh-oh, looks like Captain America's cupcake addiction reversed the effects of the super soldier serum. And lastly, she's not pregnant, she's just fat, because social justice, baby. And this is what it would be like if these fucking wackadoos got their way. All because they want their shitty-ass lifestyles represented in comics. Comics that they don't even fucking read. But comment what you think down below, subscribe with all notifications on so I can see you in the next video. Thank you very much for watching, I will see you there.